Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I know this is a bit of a weird setup to start my video, but basically I'm here to explain myself. So before I get into that, I'd like to address my hair. It's still wet from the shower, so I'm sorry about that. My cheeks are so flushed because the heating in my room is on like high, and I need to turn this radiator off because I am roasting. So basically the reason that I'm on here to explain myself is because as I was transferring my video from my camera to my computer, I didn't even know how I did it, but I deleted the intro of my video. So the first thing you guys would have seen on the video was me being like, oh, here I am doing my eyebrows. And you'd probably be like, what the heck is going on? So basically today's video is just me doing another going out makeup look for you guys. So the only thing you've missed, I think, is just me priming my face with the Woolly to Skin food. So that is it. So it's not much, but I thought it'd be a bit weird if you guys just jumped on and there was no intro or anything. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and yeah, let's get right into it. So now my face is all prepped, I am now going to go off camera and do my eyebrows, and I'm going to be using the Anastasia brow pomade. This is in the shade medium brown, and I am applying this with the Anastasia brow brush. So before I do my brows, I always just brush up my brow hair just so all my natural brows are in their place properly, and then it will make it a lot easier for you to apply your product. So once my brows are done, I'll be back for the next step. My brows are all done, and now it is time to carve them out, and I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away liquid concealer. So I've kind of ruined this thing, so it's really hard to like open all the time. So I'm going to be applying this with a Peaches and Cream PC12 brush. It's not the normal brush to like to carve your eyebrows out with, but I don't know why it works for me. So I'm going to be using this brush. Obviously you guys use whatever you want. So I'm going to apply some of this concealer to my hand, and it is time to start carving the brows. Obviously everyone's brows are different, but for my brows I never carve out the top. I always just do the bottom and obviously my eyelid. So I'm going to apply some concealer to the brush and then start here and then finish at the tail, obviously. And there you have it. So I've carved up my brow, and now I'm just going to grab some more product on my brush and drag the concealer down my lid so it is all ready for the eyeshadow. When I'm doing this, I am just leaving out this tiny section on my lid here because I am going to apply the P. Louise base there. So my eyeshadow applies nicely, but that is it for this eye. So I'm going to continue on with this eye, and I will see you guys in a minute. Now I've applied all the product that I need to my eyes. I am now buffing it all together with a damp beauty blender, and it is time for the eyeshadow, which I always find so scary because it's a very hard colour to blend, but we'll be fine today, guys. Like, I can feel it in my bones. We're gonna be good. As always, I am using the Doll Sweet Treats Mud Pie and Mochachinos, I think it's called, eyeshadow palette, and guys, it's just stunning. And yes, did I stand on it by accident? And yes, did I take off the lid? But it's fine, it's still a beautiful palette. So I'm gonna be using the Licorice Black colour eyeshadow here, and I'm gonna be using a Spectrum B06 brush. So I'm just lightly swirling my brush into the eyeshadow, and just before you place it, just make sure you've got all the creases out of your concealer and P. Louise base, because that could go terribly wrong. And now I'm just gonna press this eyeshadow into my socket and kind of do like that kind of like motions, like small little movements. So press it in and do a little movements, and then pick up more product, press it in, get more product. So I'm constantly picking up more product to intensify the colour. That was a good word for me, intensify. Picking up more and just bringing it down to where my eyelashes finish here, no further out, because I want to keep this eyeshadow very compact. I am much more confident than last time, because my previous video I literally almost had a meltdown. I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna get this done, but it worked out in the end, and I think you can tell because I'm nowhere near as scared this time. And now I think it is time to blend, so fingers crossed this goes well. For the blending, I'm grabbing a Morphe by Ariel, really fluffy brush, and just going half on the concealer, half on the eyeshadow, and just doing very soft circular motions just to blend the colour. The tip to this is just to keep blending. So I've been sat here now for a few minutes just doing the same brush movements, just small circular motions, and I've got to this stage, so it is now nice and blown out. And guys, I am so proud of myself. Like, did you ever think I'd be that fast at doing an eyeshadow, like a black eyeshadow? It wasn't really that fast, but it was better than last time. So now I'm going to do my other eye off camera, and I'll see you guys in a second. Guys, my eyeshadow is done. I'm actually so happy with how I did that. Like, what the heck? How did I just... I feel like I'm improving as I'm doing these videos, so these videos actually like help me as much as like they may be helping you, so this is a win-win really. Now it is time for one of my favourite bits, and is the pigment. So this is a peaches and cream pigment and is called Fangulous. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway, but it is so stunning and I absolutely love it. So to apply this to my eyes, I'm going to be adding some more P. Louise base. I have this in the shade Grwm 2. Obviously it doesn't matter what the shade is because there's pigment going on top of it, but if you guys wanted to know, that's the shade. I'm applying some of the P. Louise base to my Peaches and Cream PC12 brush and adding this to the spotlight areas of my eyelid. And once you are happy with the shape, I'm gonna grab the pigment and apply this with my finger. Obviously you guys can apply it with a brush, it is total personal preference. So now I'm going to do the same to the other eye. So I'm going to apply the P. Louise base to the area that I want the pigment. Put it on my finger and then just press. So now the pigment is done, I am going to add some kind of like, what do you call this? It is an eyeliner pencil. That was it, an eyeliner pencil. Why did I think it was called a crayon? I have no idea. But this is a black eyeliner pencil, and I'm just going to put this on my lash line, just so when my lashes go on, it kind of like blends into the lash band, because I don't like when you have like an eye look and your lashes just look, I don't know, misplaced. And I don't know, I just feel like when you have like an eyeliner, it blends in a lot better. That's all you need. It's only a tiny bit. So now I'm just gonna get a wet wipe and just wipe away all of the fallout, and then I am ready for my skin and also the eyeshadow on my under eye. Now I'm gonna add that same eyeliner pencil and add this to my waterline just to really darken the eyes. So I'm just gonna pull down the bottom section of my eye ever so slightly and just start rubbing this eyeliner pencil on my waterline. But if you have really sensitive eyes, you're going to want to do this part quite quickly, otherwise your eyes are going to start watering, your look's going to go out the window, and it'll always end up in tears, because trust me guys, it's happened to me. So just do it as fast as you can and really just wiggle the pencil back and forth. And you're not going to want to stop there, you are going to also want to colour in your tear duct. As you can see, in comparison to both of the eyes, this one's with the eyeliner pencil and this one's without. It just really brings out your eye colour, and it just darkens the whole eyeshadow look altogether. I'm going to do the other eye as well. And then now for my under eye, I'm going to grab a Peaches and Cream PC14 brush and dip into the Licorice Black eyeshadow. Now I am going to put this eyeshadow underneath my eye and then stop as I get to the middle. Now, as you can see, I've added the black eyeshadow underneath both of my eyes, and now the reason why I left out the inner corner is because I'm actually going to add some pigment there as well. I'm going to grab the same PC12 brush, and I'm going to grab a tiny bit of the P. Louise base onto my hands. And when I say tiny, I mean small, because if you really cake on this P. Louise base, then your under eye is going to go cakey, and that is not what you want, and it's going to start creasing and it's just not a good look. I'm going to quickly grab the Peaches and Cream pigment and I'm going to place this under my eye with the same brush that I just put the eyeshadow under my eye with. So that is the PC14 Peaches and Cream brush. And there you have it guys, that is like such a cute look. I absolutely love it. It's very glam and just very me. Guys, now my eye look is done and it's time to add lashes, and I am using the Prima Lash in the style Lost, so they're very full and thick. Now my lash glue is tacky enough, I'm gonna apply these to my lashes. So I always start off by going over my lashes and sticking the inner corner down first, then following with the outer corner. So fingers crossed this goes right on camera, because it is very much like either it goes great or it goes like a humongous failure, so pray for me, guys. So guys, this is how my look is turning out so far. I absolutely love it. It is stunning. So now it is time for the foundation, and for that I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way and the NARS foundation mixed together. So the Too Faced is in the shade Vanilla and the NARS is in the shade Aruba. So I am going to apply some of this to my PC01 brush. Now just start painting this on to my face. Now it is time to blend this foundation in with a damp beauty blender. So I'm just going to buff this all around my face. This is the result you want. You want like no line on your jaw between your face and your neck. So you want to bring all the foundation down to your neck, and you just want your skin to basically look all clean with no brush marks. So once you get to that stage, it is now time for concealer. So I'm using the same concealer that I use to cover up my brows, and I'm just going to place this, I can get it out, under my eye area, but be careful you don't slip into the under eye makeup that you've already done. Do it on my forehead as well, down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin. Now, like with the foundation, I'm going to do the same with the concealer and just buff it out with a damp beauty blender. My concealer and my foundation are all blended together, so now I'm going to start baking. So I'm going to be using the RCMA Makeup, the original no colour powder. Gosh, that was a mouthful. And I'm going to be applying this under my eyes, on my forehead, and the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. I'm going to be grabbing a new little beauty blender, and this one obviously isn't damp. Now I'm going to apply this under my eye. Obviously I'm going to put this below the eyeshadow and the pigment. So while my face is baking, I know I look kind of crazy, but it's fine. I'm going to grab my Peaches and Cream PC16 brush and a MAC Studio Fix. What is this? Powder Plus Foundation. So I'm going to grab this, and as you can see, I'm coming to the end of it. So I'm just going to swirl this around my brush, and then I really want like a matte look, so I'm just going to dab this on all of the kind of like wet looking bits of my foundation. Now I am just brushing away all the areas where I've baked, and then my skin is all ready for the finishing touches. First step, I'm going to be bronzing my face with the MAC bronzer in the shade Dark Deep, and I'm going to be applying this with a Spectrum A05 brush. So I'm going to do some nice swirls in the bronzer, and then I'm going to be bronzing the cheekbones, my forehead, and then my nose. So I'm just going to really be lightly placing the brush on my cheekbones, because if you like press hard, it's going to go patchy and crazy. So once you've got this far in your makeup look, I don't think anybody wants that happening. When I'm bronzing my forehead, I'm going to do basically all of it apart from this section where I concealed, because the whole point of me concealing that section was to brighten it and like highlight it on my face. So I'm not going to dip into that area. And then where I have bronzed my forehead and my cheekbones, I always like to connect it by my temple, because I think it'd look a bit weird if you have like a stripe there and then your forehead done and then not this part. So I do always connect it together. But now it is time to bronze my nose, and I am just going to be grabbing a clean kind of like eyeshadow looking brush, and then I'm going to put the tiniest bit of bronzer onto the eyeshadow brush, and then just place it down the areas of my nose which I want bronzed, and just on the tip of my nose as well. And once I've placed it in the areas which I want, I do it so weirdly, this is obviously not the right technique, but I'm just gonna kind of like buff the bronzer out with my fingers, just so it's not like so ridiculous and harsh. So now it is time for blush. I'm going to be using the PC04 Peaches and Cream brush, and then a blusher. I'm not even gonna lie, right, I've used this so much. The back is kind of like unreadable, so I don't know the shade, but it looks something like this. So it's a beautiful, beautiful blusher. So I'm just going to dip my brush into the blusher, and then put it on top of the bronzer and the apples in my cheeks. Guys, we are almost there, we're almost done. So now it is time for my favourite part of this entire look, and that is the highlighter. And of course, once again, I'm using the Doll Light highlighter, and this is in the shade Shine Bright. Would I use any other highlighter? No, I wouldn't, because this is the best in the game, as I said before. So I'm going to be grabbing a Peaches and Cream PC17 brush, swirling this in the gorgeous product, and then I'm going to do my little trick, as you guys know. Grab some fixing spray, and then just, oh, I locked it. Then spray the brush ever so lightly, and then do your little dance, make sure the brush is all dry. Then we're going to place it on the area that I want to, concentrate it on that area like so, and then I'm going to do a reveal in 3, 2, 1. Voila. Like I said, best in the game. Am I glowing right now? Yes, yes I am. Then I'm going to put a tiny bit on my nose, on my Cupid's bow, and on my chin. And now we're on the last 3 steps. So to kick off that, I'm going to be applying some mascara to my lashes. So I'm going to be very careful and just blend my natural lashes in with the fake strip lash that I've put on. Then, like always, I'm going to do a nice clumpy bottom lash. So I'm just going to brush the mascara wand like so across my eyes. Then I'm going to use the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter as always, and I'm just going to put this through my eyebrows. So this changes your brows from being flat to 3D in seconds, and honestly, could I do my makeup without this product? No, I couldn't. Just look at the satisfaction levels, it's just like beyond. And now for the final touch, I'm going to be applying my lipstick. So I'm getting the MAC lipstick, and for some reason there is no name on the bottom, so it just says matte and it says no name. So there is kind of like this nice burgundy colour. So I'm going to put this on my lips and then put a nice liquid lipstick on top. So there you have it, that is the gorgeous burgundy lipstick. And now I'm going to grab the Bling Thing liquid lip colour from MAC, and this is going to go perfectly on top. So there you have it, guys. This is the finished look. I absolutely love it. I'm really proud of myself. I do also think I've improved since last time, so let me know if you guys think the same. I hope you guys found this easy to follow along. Honestly, I don't know how good of like a teacher I am. Not even a teacher, but like I do my makeup half the time in my mirror like this, so if you guys find it easy to follow, then please let me know. Well, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.